Putt-putt to the Pizza Hut. 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 Putt-putt.
Well, hi there, Mr. Clean. Mighty glad to know you. I've got some weekend cleaning jobs. Come in and let me show you. My wife says, Mr. Clean, there's no one who can top you. She's never found a cleaning job that's tough enough to stop you. Let's clean this basement wall. Mr. Clean, you're on the ball. Now clean this brush for me. You're amazing, Mr. C. Let's give the car a try. Mr. Clean, you're quite a guy.
He'll do kitchen sinks, laundry too.
Man, there's nothing you can't do. Thank you, Mr. Clean. You sure did make it easier. The weekend cleaning jobs are done. Now we can have some leisure. Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Sandy's isn't just a drive-in anymore. This is Mr. John Barry Rogers. He feels weak as a kitten, so stuffed up with a cold. He could take aspirin and go to bed. It's good for pain and fever. But aspirin doesn't relieve nasal congestion that can ruin sleep. That's why Mr. Rogers never goes to bed with a cold without Vick's Vaporub. Vaporub helps relieve breathing congestion 8 full hours. Delightful. Vaporub eases cold, achy muscles, and all night through for 8 full hours, he'll breathe in Vaporub vapor medications. They help clear stuffy nose, soothe irritated throat, relieve upper bronchial congestion. Vaporub helps him sleep all night, wake up on his way to feeling strong as a tiger. Mr. John Barry Rogers never goes to bed with a cold without Vick's Vaporub. Neither does his father, his mother, or his big sister Sue. All the family get 8-hour all-night relief with Vick's Vaporub.
I'd like some pastel-colored cigarettes.
That's your fella?
Too silly.
Do you have some square cigarettes in a round box? Or is it the other way around?
In this fancy frilly, you gotta have a gimmick world. There's one cigarette that doesn't go along.
Camel filters, please.
Camel filters aren't for everybody. There's no compromise in the tobacco. No nonsense about this cigarette. Camel filters. They're not for everybody, but then they don't try to be.
I'd like some pastel-colored cigarettes.
That's your fella?
Too silly.
Do you have some square cigarettes in a round box? Or is it the other way around?
In this fancy frilly, you gotta have a gimmick world. There's one cigarette that doesn't go along.
Camel filters, please.
Camel filters aren't for everybody. There's no compromise in the tobacco. No nonsense about this cigarette. Camel filters. They're not for everybody, but then they don't try to be.